Okie doke. I wanted to start doing combats. Actually, wanted to do combats for quite a long time, or like resolve them, but I do want to record what the heck I've been up to with every Russian army here. One main thing I was noticing before I made my moves with the Russian army was how different their situation seems to look based on which way I'm looking. Like if I look at it from the German perspective, they look pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Mind you, I just moved. Here, I might as well remove them all since I am talking about the first army. We'll leave the combats there for now, though. Yeah, I moved the cavalry back down here. You're going to see why in a minute, because it looks a lot, at least I think it looks a lot different from the Russian perspective, which is the way I should be looking at it. But from the German perspective, and I look at it from this angle just due to the fact that you can see here, like the table is a lot closer to my plants over there, so it's a lot easier to go compared to like the hallway, getting to the dining room. So I end up on this side much more often, as well as on the Austrian side. It's kind of sad, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, they look pretty safe. Like I just felt like, okay, I can just keep focusing on getting towards Königsberg. However, darn it, my battery. I want to I should go on Amazon and try to buy some third-party replacements. But anyways, when I look at it from the Russian perspective, things look a lot scarier. I wonder if I should turn on the light. Hold on. Now it's got to get used to it. See what I mean? Like from my perspective, I gotta turn off because of the bloody shadow. I still have a shadow. But anyways, like look here, man. Like that's, that scares the hell out of me. Yeah, I understand that I was using the lake, the lake area here as a nice left flank anchor. But I'm not blind. I could see the Germans starting to get across here, and they were probably most likely, starting to outflank. And I'm also having issues here, and have had to divert. Or I should say, the Russians have had to divert forces here. Which I would have loved to have used on Königsberg, for goodness sakes, as the 25th Infantry Division. The Germans, well, they played it right. I mean, they brought out their cavalry right here, and now I'm spending a ridiculous amount of time trying to get rid of these two cavalry units, and they're both 2 strength, which sucks. And I've even had to use my cavalry here just to stop them. I want to get them out of here. I don't want them just keep retreating and keep bothering me. But odds are I'm going to lose my cavalry, which sucks. Now it sucks. I can just remember when I was first starting to play this game, I was like, whatever. Anyways, as far as I'm concerned, the way I'm looking at it, the Russians are they're shaped like a spearhead, right? And as far as I'm concerned, they're getting too far away from their line of communication, at least for the HQ. So one of the things I did was I made 4 core HQ. I don't know if I'm starting to get a bit gamey, but I don't think so, because if you look at it from a certain way this game is set up, and I looked at it historically, like a lot of the cores were like, only like 2 or 3 divisions, and I've got tons of divisions all over here. So why wouldn't I have 4 core HQ and have the army HQ further back towards my true line, like towards the border and my true line of communication? You know what I mean? It's maybe not as effective because core HQ can only hold up to 10 supply points at once, and they can only supply, if I remember correctly, 2 supply points worth of attack, and or they can only expend 2 supply points on an attack, and 4, I do believe, on a counterattack. I think I'm right. So I mean, they have lots of limitations, but at least you're not putting your army HQ in harm's way. You know what I mean? So I mean, and the thing is, this thing is constantly driving me nuts about lines of communication, lines of supply, and all that stuff. I mean, a good nuts, because I love it to death. But why not then, start going mental with the core HQs? So I made 4 core HQs. I gave them each 3 supply points, and away we go. Yeah, I'll stop here for the first army. And we'll go back to the German perspective, because this is the way I look at it mostly anyways. So what did I do? Actually, I was surprised. I made a lot of movements. Like I said, I moved the cavalry over here. I think I started shifting, yeah. I started, like I think that cavalry was there. That's right. And then so this guy I think was over here. And the 65th, I should get the light on. I don't want to though. So 68th Reserve Infantry Division. So I moved them over to here and then popped them over there. And anyways, I started entrenching as well. Goodness gracious, can you believe that? Is it here? Did I entrench here? Yep. There. Or started to entrench. I can't say I'm in. There's no trenches. And I'm doing, which I think in the rules, which I looked at, as long as you want to keep records, like as long as you do your paperwork, you can entrench in any turn. You don't have to wait for the special monthly turn. I think that's just a way of, keeping things simple, if that makes any sense. And here, I mean, like, let's be honest, like, what did they say? Okay, at 9 o'clock, everybody, synchronize your watches, both sides, Entente and Central Powers. Start entrenching now. Like, give me a break. So, here and there, yeah, I started entrenching all over the bloody place. And yet again, I'm trying to remind myself, I'm not going to get Königsberg in a couple of turns. And I have to start planning for a long attack with these guys. And they've got, I don't have very many supply points left. I've already wasted, well, I shouldn't say wasted. I mean, I'm about 20 to 40 kilometers away from Königsberg, which is pretty cool. But anyways, I want to move the 1st Army HQ back towards the border and then start feeding the core HQs with supply points. Feeding, it's not like I've got much left. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just about to go off to this attack, which is the German reinforcements are 2 strength cavalry units, so it's going to bite. Oops, that's the wrong one. But I knew there were 2, but this guy's a 2 strength as well, so I'm going up against the 8th. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, the Germans were really, really smart to see this little strip, to be able to go up and start outflanking the Russians, which are just pissing them off because, like I said, I had the 25th Infantry Division over here, man. Like, that's a 4 strength points is quite a bit, at least in this, at this scale. All right, and yeah, I'm just I'm not doing anything here. What do you think? I'm nuts? Like with these river bonuses, forget it. So we'll see what happens, and then I'll talk about the 2nd Army and so on and so forth after my battery gets charged. But woohoo! At least I got to talk about this, so now I can go off to the combats. Okie dokie.